CEO, and this morning I will be taking us on what SWIFTtrip is all about. Okay, so we have only but few minutes to be here. We should be done with this meeting at most 11 o'clock. Okay, so thank you, and I believe we can all see my screen. All right, welcome once again, and happy new month to every one of us that are here today, to the ambassadors of SWIFTtrip. Thank you for our viewers. Thank you for always availing yourself to join this meeting today. We appreciate you. And I bring greetings from the head office, from the CEO. They're saying thank you and happy new month to every one of us. All right, so like I explained, or like I introduced myself, I am Favor Orinami-Ayo, the international admin of SWIFTtrip, and also the personal assistant to the CEO, Honorable Richard Nadi. And this morning I will be taking us on our presentation on what this SWIFTtrip is all about, why we are always happy to talk about this business. You see us, we never relent. Morning, afternoon, night, we are always present to talk about SWIFTtrip. It is because of the passion. It is because of the love we have for this vision. It is because of the love, the passion that we have for this company, this idea. That is why we are always active. That is why we are always talking about SWIFTtrip. If it's your first time of joining us this morning, you will also see and understand what this business is all about. And the slide we will be working with this morning, these are the areas of concentration. We'll be looking at what SWIFTtrip is. We will be looking at where we are as a company. We'll be looking at how our customers who are just users of this app will benefit from this business app. And then how you, as a business owner, will benefit from this business. These are the things we'll be talking about this morning, briefly, quickly, without taking much of your time. Now, let's look at the very first slide, which is asking us a question. You know, first of all, before we go into this, I want to say congratulations to you who have identified yourself with SWIFTtrip. Congratulations to you who is part of this moving train. Congratulations to you for God directing someone to come tell you about this business. Because this is a business that is one of a kind. This is a business that drives you, that gives you a renewed mindset. That every day we are seated here talking about this business, you are always having a renewed mindset. You are becoming the better version of yourself, even now that we are this phase. Because every time that you join us, every time that you are always present in the meeting, you are going home with something. Even if you are a shareholder of this business, even if you are a co-owner rather of this business, you are always living with something, no matter how small it is. It simply means that every time you join the meeting, there is an impartation. SWIFTtrip is not just coming to better our life. It is coming to make us a better version of ourselves, of whom we were yesterday, of whom we were 2 days ago, of whom we were last year. That is what SWIFTtrip is coming to do, to make us the best version of ourselves. Now, let us quickly look at what is SWIFTtrip. Now, we'll say SWIFTtrip is a global decentralized mobility and commerce service providing enterprise. A Web 3.0 decentralized mobility enterprise. A global platform that is decentralized, that is transparent, that gives users the enablement, that gives users the privilege to own, to control, to access the app at their leisure, at their convenient time, whatever time that is convenient for them. It gives us that control. It gives us that recognition that we are the end users, that we have full controls of this app. A global business that is set to revolutionize how you and I will travel and connect globally. That is what SWIFTtrip is. Mobility, which is movement. Anyone, by the time they hear mobility, they know this has to do with movement. We are coming with a global mobility business. A mobility business that is global. A service platform or a service providing platform that is global. We are simply leveraging on the Web 3.0, the decentralized app. It's a robust platform for amazing and robust services. That is what SWIFTtrip is doing. That is why, because of the robust services we are rendering, that is why we are telling you that this business is that business that is going to make you a decillonaire in dollars. Is that business that is going to change your financial blueprint. Is that business that will elevate you. That is what we are building. And you have the privilege to know of this now that this business is at its idea phase. That the business is what? At its idea phase. Amazing. What we are building together. Amazing what we are doing, what? Building together. A robust platform for amazing, unique robot services. Let's look at the next slide, which shows to us these services, or is rather asking us, what are these services that can make me, that can make you a decillonaire in dollars? What are these services? Let's look at the services. We have the very first one, the aviation. The aviation, we have what? The e-taxi. We have the e-commerce. We also have the logistics and the hospitality. All of these are the services we are rendering. And these services I just made mention of are built on Web 3.0. Look at these services. Are they not amazing? Now, you have the privilege to come co-own all of these services. If you look at these services I just mentioned, now you will see that SWIFTtrip is coming with a massive service, or massive services, come with massive services that will impact the world. SWIFTtrip, the services SWIFTtrip is coming with are services that will benefit the world globally. Now, let us bring all of these services out one after the other. The aviation business, which is not something new. Everyone knows this. Everyone knows the aviation business. So it simply means you are coming to co-own the aviation business with SWIFTtrip. You're coming to co-own it. Of course, we have them out there. We have these services that are already in operation out there. That is why we can point them to you. That we have the likes of the ARIC, we have the like of the Airpeace, and many of them out there. All of these are aviation businesses. Is that all? No. We also have the Uber, the Bolt for the e-taxi. When we're talking about the e-taxi, we have the Uber, the Bolt, the InDrive, the Waymo, the Cabman, the Enviable Transport. All of these are examples of e-taxi business. The next is the e-commerce, electronic what? Commerce. Where you can buy and sell at your convenience. You can buy and sell at whatever time you want. You can buy and sell without you being there presently. This is a platform that you and we must have patronized in one way or the other. When I'm talking about patronize, we're talking about you patronizing either the Amazon, the Jumia, the Alibaba, the eBay, the Konga. All of these are examples of the e-commerce platform. Look at it. You are coming to SWIFTtrip to not own only the aviation or only the e-taxi or only the e-commerce, but rather you're coming to co-own all the services therein in SWIFTtrip. All the services that SWIFTtrip will be rendering. If you look at this e-commerce platform, it is divided in two, of which we have the logistic aspect. The logistics aspect of the e-commerce. This is a platform whereby your product purchased can be taken to where you want them to be. They can be taken to the rightful location where you as the buyer want it to be delivered. These are the services we are rendering. Is that all? No. We also have the fifth one rather, which is the hospitality, accommodation, hotel. Hotel. These are the services we are rendering. SWIFTtrip is coming to cause a global shift. It is coming to cause a global shift. The services we are rendering, is there anyone that is short of patronage? Is there any that you can point out and say that this particular service is short of patronage, or this particular service is something that it won't move, it won't make wave by the time the business is launched? It won't make wave out there for the public. Is there anyone you can point out and say that? These services are services that will cause growth, global growth in the what? GDP worldwide. That is what we are doing. Hotels, we can't count the number of hotels we have here in the world. In a street, you will be seeing like 5 hotels. In a close, you will be seeing like 4-3 hotels. Go to Owerri. Every 5 steps, you're seeing hotel. Every 5 steps, you're seeing hotel. This is what we are building. It's not something that by the time we launch the business, we'll start trying to explain to the masses out there how these things will work, how these things will operate. No, these are the services we are rendering. And these services are services that are already in existence. They are already in existence. We are only coming to fine-tune, to fine-tune how these services has been done. before now. So let's look at the next slide, which is also asking us a question. As SWIFTtrip going live, is this business functioning? Are these services functioning? Let's look at the answer to that. No, these services are yet to be launched because we are still at the vision phase. We are calling out for like minds to come become co-owners of this business, to come co-own SWIFTtrip. Come be a co-owner of this business. Now that is at the development phase, come co-own this business. Now that this opportunity is meeting you, you have an information that millions of people are looking for out there. Come and co-own SWIFTtrip. Now that is at its exciting phase, let us identify with this business now. Now let's look at the next slide. So you've already understood that SWIFTtrip has not launched the business. We are still at the idea phase, at the vision phase, calling out. Now this is what we are doing. We are at the exciting phase, vision phase, calling out for who? Co-owners. People that will come co-own this company. That will come co-own what we are building. Those are the people we are calling out for. People that will come become part of a system. That will come co-own a system that will pay them for life. A system that will change them for life. Those are the people we are looking out for. Is it everybody that will be part of it? No. Everybody cannot be part of it. Everybody cannot see this opportunity. There are some persons it won't make sense to. There are some persons that after seeing, they don't even need to understand. Only knowing that this is a system, they are ready to be part of it, or they are already keen into it. Come and co-own a system that will pay you not 50 years, not 30 years, not 100 years. A system that will pay you till you are no longer in existence. And does it stop there? No, it continues. It is passed on to your generation. Now, what does it mean? Simply means you are the one that is set to change your lineage. With you making the right decision, your lineage is blessed. Your lineage is elevated just by making a simple decision that some persons wouldn't want to make. The CEO was teaching us something today. I think I wrote that down here. Now, let me read that. He said, successful people do what unsuccessful people are not willing to do. It's as simple as that. Successful people do what unsuccessful people are unwilling to do. You've seen this. You've seen this. And all you just need to do is to decide to be part of it. Now, those people that are unsuccessful, they've seen it as well. But they are not ready. They are not willing to make that decision to be part of it. Why? Because it does not make sense to them. Why? Because they don't understand it. This is one of the things that differentiate the successful people from what? And the unsuccessful people. The ability to do what they are unwilling to do. That makes you what? Stand out. And many more. Let's quickly look at the next slide, which is asking us what is the subscription plan in SWIFTtrip. Now, from that quote I made earlier on, it simply means that you identifying with SWIFTtrip, you are already a success. You're already a success. And there's another quote. Let me see that as well. There's another quote that I think the very first one. He said, success is not the key to happiness. Success is not the key to happiness. Happiness is the key to success. If you love what you do, you did be successful. Simple. If you love what you do, you will be successful. You who has passion for SWIFTtrip today, you are always active in the meeting. You are always present. You don't get bored for what you hear. You're already making a decision that those unsuccessful people are not willing to take. So people will go and say, I beg you. Is it not the same thing they are saying? Consistency. Consistency. You might think you're hearing everything every single day, but then I want to tell you that there is no meeting that you don't get something striking. Unknowingly to you, knowingly or unknowingly to you. So, whatever you find happiness doing, it's something you should keep doing. You will see so many persons that are successful in this world today. Do they have happiness? No. Despite the money they have, despite everything they have, do they have that happiness? No. But by the time you're doing whatever you're doing joyfully, you will see that you will be successful in all ramification of your life. Money is not success. Don't think money is success. No. There are more to success than you can think of. There are more to success than you can think of. So quickly, let's look at the subscription plan. How much is it going to cost you to identify with SWIFTtrip, to be a co-owner of this business? Now, with as little as $250, we'll say buy a co-ownership of what? SWIFTtrip with how much? $250. Of which, from this $250, $150 is the project fee. That's the money the company will use for the project. And $100 is for what? Advertisement. As we proceed, we explain all of those. Now, like I said, what you are coming to own in SWIFTtrip is a system that gives you a percentage of which you earn from. Yes. Now, look at it. From every transaction that happens, that is performed globally, you as an owner of this business, you as a co-owner of this business, you are earning according to your what? Ownership percentage. Wherever transaction happen in Afghanistan, so long SWIFTtrip has launched business in Afghanistan, you are a shareholder who is residing, let's say, in Nigeria or in Canada. So long transaction happens there because it's a global business. You simply earn according to your ownership percentage. So from the $250 you're paying, the company is giving you 0.0 in 5 places, 125 percentage. That's your co-ownership what? Percentage. That is what you co-own from the company. I believe that's clear enough. Let's look at the next slide. When will SWIFTtrip launch this business? When will SWIFTtrip go live? That's the next question before us. And let's look at the next slide. It says SWIFTtrip is giving 5% of its ownership to you and I, to every person that will decide to be co-owners of this business. SWIFTtrip is giving 5% of its co-ownership to every person that will decide to be part of SWIFTtrip, or that will decide to co-own SWIFTtrip. Since the company is giving 5% co-ownership, now the company also says that this 5% co-ownership, we will launch this business, since we are still at the vision phase, we will launch this business at the sales, at the consumption of 3% co-ownership. Remember I said earlier on, your ownership percentage is what? 0.05 places 125%. Now, company says at the sales of 3% co-ownership, the company will launch business. And this 3% co-ownership is, there's 2,400,000 node units embedded in this 3% we are talking about. In this ownership of 3%. How? Let us look at the next slide. We say minimum volume to sell, just like I explained just now, that the company, SWIFTtrip, will launch its business at the sales, minimum sales of what? 3% co-ownership. Alright? Now, minimum sale is 3%. Now, your ownership percent of this company is what? 0.0 in 5 places 125%, which is constant. Which is constant. Now, 3 divided by 0.0 in 5 places 125 without adding percentage sign. 3 divided by 0.0 in 5 places 125 will give us what? 2,400,000 node units. That is what it means. So you can see when I say, thus, the launch of SWIFTtrip is embedded in a milestone of 2,400,000 sold units of what? Ownership. That is what it simply means. Explained. And the privilege for you to own extra unit is gone. Which the CEO says it will never resurface. It ended yesterday. There is a new month. No more extra unit. Now we've gone back to what we used to do before. 2 months ago, where one person is entitled to 1 unit. So those persons that were not privileged to purchase extra unit, you can no longer purchase it anymore because the offer ended yesterday. From now henceforth, we are going back to what we are known for. 1 man to 1 unit. Mind you, this extra unit is just for the support of the 20-story building secured. The 20-story building we are looking at erecting in Rivers State, of which we've already secured the land. Okay, now that is the CEO's appeal to the shareholders of SWIFTtrip. Said, let us support in whatever way we can. But like I said, that offer is gone, so I won't be dwelling on it. Now it's 1 man to 1 unit. I've already calculated that for you to see how, to show to you how we got 2,400,000 node unit. And you can see that this business is a global business, because we are looking at launching this business in Nigeria and in the United Kingdom before we start spreading our tentacles in all parts of the world, before we start launching business in diverse continents or different continents. You can see you're coming to be an owner of a global business. Something that you never dreamt of. Or something that few of us dreamt of. This is a privilege. The difference between you and that other person is what? Willing to do what they will not want to do. That makes you stand out. Let's look at the next slide. You can see our certificate of incorporation. We have the CAC certificate. We have the EFCC certificate. We also have the United Kingdom certificate. So, we won't be talking about the PYC today. We won't be talking about the PYC today because of our time. So, we want to look at this other slide that is asking us who is the brain behind SWIFTtrip. Mind you, take note that it is the PYC. That other slide is asking us what makes us stand out. Okay, what makes us stand out from other companies that are rendering the same services? And it is the PYC. We stand for Pay Your Customers. So that is just the thing that is going to make us stand out from every other company out there. So we are coming to change how businesses are done. We are coming to give back to the customers, okay, that are patronizing us at every patronage. All right, so we'll be talking about that probably maybe this evening. We might look into that. Let's quickly look at who is the brain behind this business. The brain behind this massive business. You can see I don't know if I mentioned it, that every nation we are launching this business because it's a global business. We are employing the citizens of that country, of those countries rather. We are employing what? The citizens of those countries. Now, look at it. You are an employer of labor with just you leveraging on the opportunity presented to you. By just identifying with this opportunity, with this company, you are now becoming what? An employer of labor globally. An employer of labor globally. Don't miss out on this, okay? Now, who is the brain behind this massive business? Who is the brain behind this business you are all talking about? He is a Nigerian in person of Honorable Richard Nadi. He is the CEO and the founder of SWIFTtrip. A Nigerian from Enugu State, a passionate, lionic, energetic man. A lion himself. We are so blessed. He's filled with divine wisdom. And we are happy that this divine wisdom will never run dry. We are proud to have you. We are proud to show you to the world that you are the CEO and the founder of this massive, life-changing business. Thank you very much, sir, for all you do for SWIFTtrip. We can't love you less. We love you so much. Thank you very much, sir. I will pray that your wisdom will never run dry. In Jesus' name, amen. All right, we want to look at quickly how you profit as a co-owner to SWIFTtrip. How you profit as a co-owner of this business. Just like we know, everybody will want to benefit from every business they are venturing into. Yes. Now, that is the part we want to look at. That's even one of the reasons why you're here today. To understand, okay, they've explained to you, they must have explained to you, but then you want to understand how you stand to benefit from this business. If you're making your profit weekly, if you're making your profit bi-weekly, if you're making your profit monthly, or you're making your profit quarterly or yearly, that is what you want to know. How do I profit? Let's quickly show to you. We want to now look at how you earn in the future. Why is that? Please, my slide on the screen. How you profit in the future. How you profit in the future. Now, we want to use the e-taxi we want to look at the e-taxi as a case study here. Okay, we want to look at the e-taxi as a case study, and we are assuming a transaction took place, and if one transaction takes place, how much will you earn as a co-owner of this business who came in with what? $250. $250. You own something, you own a fraction which is 0.0 in 5 places rather, 125%, which is constant. Now, a trip costs $10 or 8,000 naira. How much will you earn from that trip, from that cost of trip? How will you do that? It's very simple. You simply do the cost of that one trip times or multiply by your ownership percentage, 0.05 places, 125%. If you do that, you will get 0.0 in 3 places, 1 kobo. Or if you're calculating for the $10 times 0.0 in 5 places, 125%, you get 0.0 in 6 places, 125 cents. That is your profit. That is your profit. Someone will say, wow, I love this. That person will only say this because he or she understands the power of volume. I remember some time ago when I was campaigning, I think that should be 3 years ago, about SWIFTtrip. I was campaigning at a particular one place they call me Bekwe here in River State, and I met 3 guys. I shared this SWIFTtrip with them, and he was saying this ownership percentage, when is he going to make 1 million naira from it? He was claiming to be a mathematician. I was trying to help him understand the power of volume, but then he was still insisting. He said, you said this is going to make me a trillionaire. Was it trillionaire or the word? But it's going to make me financially buoyant. I said yes. He said with this 0.0, with this 0.0 in 5 places, 125%, the guy laughed. I asked him, why is he laughing? He said, he's a mathematician. That he's not seeing this thing. He's not seeing this now. Something that is possible. That the ownership percentage is very small. That is what he said. That if I was talking about 0.1 or 0. That it will make sense to him. While he was saying that, I just laughed. I said, okay, sir. Thank you very much for the audience. I took my flyer from him and I left. He is not seeing what we are showing to him or what I was showing to him. Or is it my uncle? He studied statistics in school. When I shared it to him, he laughed. He said, Orina me waka, waka, waka. That was what he said. I said, oh, he said I should call the ownership percentage again. I told him 0.0 in 5 places, 125%. He laughed again. That was when it was selling for, is it 10,000 or 15,000 naira? Thereabout. Since then, I stopped talking to him. Till now, he has not registered. So, what am I saying? That this thing that you are seeing to be very small, sir, it's not small. Ma, is not small. You might go out there to explain to people and they see the ownership percentage and they laugh at you and they insult you. Please, brace up. Don't let it get to you. Why? Because you know the power of what you are selling out to them. You're not begging them. You are only showing them an opportunity that will transform their life. And you understand very well what you are showing to them, especially if they do not give you the chance to explain to them. Now, let me explain this to you. Why I said this is massive. Why this is that thing that is going to change you, that is going to make you a decillionaire in dollars. Because of what we call the power of volume. It's a global business. Take note of that first off. Now, what does it tell you? That we will launch this business in Nigeria, in United Kingdom, in Italy, in France, in Cameroon, Libya, in Canada, in South Africa, name it, Dubai, India, Hong Kong. Is it Hong Kong? Different parts of the world. Different parts of the world. Now, as these transactions are turning over, you are simply earning as a co-owner. You co-own the business from every transaction that happens. That is why we say SWIFTtrip is going to make you a decillionaire in dollars. Now, let us quickly look at how cent and kobo can become millions, billions, and trillions of dollars. Millions, billions, and trillions of dollars. Don't joke with what we call ownership percentage. Ownership percentage, especially for a global business like SWIFTtrip. Let us quickly move. We have less than 15 minutes. Let's quickly move to where we could be in 5 years. Where we could be in 5 years. By the time we've launched this business, transactions are happening from the first year, second year, third year, fourth year, and fifth year. We want to look at how many trips we must have turned out, how many trips we must have made in the space of 5 years after the launch of business. And for a worst case scenario, we are looking at 50 trillion trips performed globally, worldwide. And not just that, we are also saying that this 50 trillion trip, we are assuming they all cost 8,000 naira or $10. 8,000 naira or what? $10. Is it possible for all the trip to cost 8,000 naira or $10? No, it's not. It's not possible. But because we are calculating, because we are still at the vision phase, we can't be using different figures. We just have to stick with the same exact figure we used for the per trip analysis, which gave us a profit of 0.0 in 6 places, 125 cents, and or rather 0.0 in 3 places, 1 kobo. When we calculated for dollar and naira. Now, we simply do 0.0 in 3 places, 1 kobo times 50 trillion trips. If you do that, what is it going to give you? 5 billion naira. This is that person that says he or she does not understand power of volume. That how can it be any 0.0 in 3 places, 1 kobo? You can see the power of volume. The power of what? Not just volume, a system that pays you without your effort, that pays you without your presence, that pays you for life consistently, repeatedly, even while you sleep. That is the power of volume we are talking about. 0.0 in 6 places, 125 cents times 50 trillion trip. Give us what? $6.25 million. You have something very powerful. And what is that? This information. And you should be grateful for the person that showed it to you. Because by the time this business is launched, people out there will be saying, oh my God, how come I never heard of SWIFTtrip? How come I never knew when they were selling their shares? When they were selling their ownership percentage? How come I never knew? I have been, somebody came last week. Yes, last week, Friday. Just staying at the back of the office. At a close there. Say, oh my God. How come he has never known of this business? And look at where he stays. Some persons will be like, oh my God, that is how information passes people by. Now you have gotten an information that millions of people are looking for. The only thing you can do is to do that which unsuccessful people won't do. By identifying with SWIFTtrip. Let's look at the next slide. That will show to us how our asset has grown in the space of 5 years, worst case scenario. The power of system that makes you earn while you sleep. Has yielded for you $6.25 million or 5 billion naira. What manpower cannot do, a system will do it. That's why we say manpower or manual labor cannot take you far at all. There's nothing like putting too far. It cannot take you far at all. You have the strength now. You're doing your work. You're able to move from one place to another. Sir, ma, a time will come you will no longer have that strength. What will you do? Will your family go hungry? When you are thinking, when you're trying to make a decision, make sure you are thinking about the future. How are you preparing for that future? Whatever strength, energy you think, whatever strength and energy I think I have now, I can climb 30-story building as I am now. A time will come, I will no longer have that strength. I will no longer have that strength. You shouldn't miss out on SWIFTtrip. You shouldn't miss out on SWIFTtrip. SWIFTtrip will make you a decillionaire in dollars. I've only shown you a glimpse of what awaits you in SWIFTtrip. Look at that 5 billion or 6.25 million. It's just on one service, so just one service, the e-taxi. How much more aviation, e-commerce, logistics, and hospitality? Just one service already making us a billionaire in dollars for a worst case scenario that we just calculated. How much more all services combined together? SWIFTtrip will make you a decillionaire in dollars. How you earn in the now that we are yet to launch business? We said we have a corporate global challenge. We have a corporate global challenge. And the speed to our global success depends on the speed at which we collectively solve our global challenge. Yes, it's a collective thing. Okay, so it's not a CEO thing. It's not just the CEO thing. It's not just the ambassadors, the hub admins, or the international admin thing. It's a collective effort. So long you're a co-owner to this business, it's a collective effort. So that's why we say the speed to our global success depends on the speed at which we collectively solve our global challenge. Okay, now what is the challenge is another question that is being asked. Now we say 2.4 million node units to be sold. That is the challenge. Remember earlier on we said, we asked the question, when are we launching the business? I will say the company is giving 5% of its ownership to everybody, to people that will see it and be part of it. Now, from this 5% ownership, if we are able to sell 3% of this 5%, then we will launch the business. And this 3%, how many units are in this 3%? 2,400,000 node units, okay? Now, as a co-owner, every time you solve a unit of this challenge that we have, this challenge of 2,400,000 co-owners, you get paid. As a co-owner, every single time you solve a unit of this challenge, you get paid. How do you solve this challenge? Very simple. Become an active campaigner, sell unit of SWIFTtrip ownership, and earn massively from SWIFTtrip campaign pool fund. That's just all you need to do. Decide to be a campaigner and sell unit of this co-ownership. 0.0 in 5 places, 125%. Sell one, sell one, sell one, sell one, sell one. As you are selling, you are earning massively from SWIFTtrip campaign pool fund. And what is the pool fund available for now? We have SWIFTtrip campaign pool fund, which is $238,867,800. That is the pool fund available for you and I. It's an open check. No, the company will not say, no, you cannot get all of this. No, it's an open check. If you work for it, you get it. And how did we get this 238,867,800? Very simple. You can see the hints there. $100 multiplied by unsold units of SWIFTtrip gave us this. All right. So we also said SWIFTtrip campaign pays. How you earn as a campaigner from SWIFTtrip campaign sponsorship pool fund. Simple. Like we say, campaign about to be an active campaigner. For every 1 unit you sell, you get paid. Let's assume I talk to someone about SWIFTtrip now, and the person loves the idea. The person want to be a co-owner of this business. He or she then decide to be part of it and pays $250 to the company. From that $250, I will earn direct advertisement bonus of $70. Why am I getting $70? Because I was the one that told that person. So that person is directly my success line. Now, this my direct success line. If he or she goes out there as well and tells someone about SWIFTtrip, and that person registers, him himself will be the one to earn the $70. Why myself? For someone I don't know who is my second indirect downline, I earn what? $15. Then from my third indirect downline, I believe we know the sequence. From my third indirect downline, I get what? $10. So my fourth indirect downline, I get what? $5. Now $70 plus $15, that is $85. Plus $10, that is $95. Plus $5, that is $100. So you can see how this $100 I showed us earlier on has been shared. It simply means from every of your direct success line, you'll be getting $70. From every of your second indirect success line, you'll be getting $15. Every of your third generation, you'll be getting $10. And fourth generation, you'll be getting $5. Till it changes. Of course, when it changes, the company will notify us. All right. Is that all? We say no. There are also extra means of which you can earn SWIFTtrip award. That is what it's called. Extra campaign cash award. Now, this is for those that are passionate about SWIFTtrip. Those that are happy to talk to people about SWIFTtrip. Just like I read earlier on that success. Let me take that again. I will have to digest that very well. I think I even love reading it. The very first one says, success is not the key to happiness. Happiness is the key to success. So if you love what you do, you did be successful. Now you want to get this 50 million, this 50 sold unit is a milestone that you said, but if you're happy, you're doing it with enthusiasm. You're talking to people. You're not letting their words get to you. Why? Because you're set that by the time they throw their words to you, you've already abased yourself, and once they throw their words to you, you pick your your, what is it called? You act like a, what's this animal? Is it? I don't want to use the local word. You just, the way they, is it tolo? I'm looking at I'm trying to remember the English word. You just pick up and then square your shoulder and what? You just move to the next person. Why? Because you've abased yourself. You've what? Abased yourself. Now, you are passionate. You are happy to make sure you are telling people about this business. You went out there and you're able to have registered so far, registered 50 persons directly under you. The company calls you and appreciate you and said, Mr. So and so, take this $50. This is to say thank you. This is to say thank you for all you do for Swift, for trying, for running with this business, for running with this vision. We say thank you. And you went outside, you love it. You say, whoa, I will put more passion, I will put more enthusiasm in this thing I'm doing, and you will do it perfectly well. You go out there, you talk to more persons, and you're able to register 500 persons directly under you. You're seen as SWIFTtrip icon, and you're being appreciated with $1,000. You went ahead and talked to more persons. You're able to register 5,000 persons directly under you. The company appreciated with $10,000, and you are considered the face of SWIFTtrip. So you can see that there are amazing prizes awaiting you in SWIFTtrip now that this business is at the vision phase. Do not miss SWIFTtrip profit offer for any reason. Do not miss SWIFTtrip profit ownership or co-ownership for any reason. Do not miss it for any reason. Because if you do, you will regret it. Or that person will regret it. Especially those that heard us. If maybe you did not hear us, it's a different ball game altogether. But you heard us and you doubted us, and SWIFTtrip launched business. You just can't forgive yourself. That is why is it not better you venture into the business and it fails than you not venturing into it and you see it succeed? Which would you prefer? Of course, it's to venture into it and probably maybe it works or it does not work, than you not being part of it. They told you about it. You're not part of it. You say it's a lie, it will not work. And then you are alive to see it work. Even if you're not alive to see it work, in your grave, you will not be happy. Because do you know what you've done? You must have died. But then, you had the opportunity to liberate your family. You had the opportunity, but you what? Swept it under the carpet. Do not miss SWIFTtrip profit co-ownership for any reason. Now we say subscribe now. How do you do that? Just by making your payment to SWIFTIFY Technologies LTD FCMB, okay? $250. SWIFTIFY Technologies is the name of the company. For those of us that are confused, you're hearing SWIFTtrip, you're hearing SWIFTIFY Technologies. So SWIFTtrip is one of the services we are rendering, while SWIFTIFY Technologies is the name of the company. Now make your payment of $250, of which you will get the conversion rate from the website, okay? So you get the conversion rate from the website, and please do not make your payment to to an individual account. Always make sure you make your payment to the company's account, which the company's account is 20046073889. Also, you can get this from the website. Okay, if you can see my screen, that's the company's account number 200. Can we hear me? Can we hear me, please? All right, thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. All right, so we say visit the company's website, which is www.seedinvest.swifttripcampaign.com. If also you want to get the USDT wallet addresses, okay, we have them there on the website. Now, once you're done making your payment, send your proof of payment to your sponsor. Who is your sponsor? That person that told you about SWIFTtrip, alongside with your full name, phone number, and email. These are the details that will be used for your registration. Then the person will either connect you or contact rather the hub admin or the international admin if there is no hub admin in your state, okay, or country. Now let's quickly look at the website to see. And let's look at the next slide. Okay, this was ticket booking for our Saturday events. All right, so we had an holiday or a holiday, yes, day before yesterday, that's 2 days ago, because of the election here in Rivers State. So we are back now, and we'll be having our live seminar on Saturday, okay, which is the 6th of September. All you just need to do is, if you're attending the seminar, do well to book your seat by sending your name to this number 0903-944-9537, and then the name of your prospect and your name rather to this number. Your ticket will be made. All right, so let's go back so we can go to the website and see the conversion rate for today for those of us that would want to make our payments. All right, so www.seedinvest.swifttripcampaign.com. Okay, so this is it, www.seedinvest.swifttripcampaign.com. So I'm clicking on that. All right, so you can see this is our disclaimer for those of us joining us for the very first time. Do well to read this disclaimer. Those of us joining the meeting, or rather coming to the website for the very first time, do well to read the disclaimer before you close it, okay? So let's show us the conversion rate for today. So you can see this. We have what we call USD. This is the node bot. This is the unit. This is the available unit. Unit sold, available unit, okay? So here we have what we call the USD inflow. This is what you use. If you want to make payment to the company's account, you use the USD inflow. Now, USD inflow, which is 1,542 Naira. If you want to make a payment of $250, you simply multiply whatever you get here in the USD inflow, multiply it by $250. Whatever it gives you, you pay to look at it, pay to SWIFTIFY Technologies LTD FCMB. This is the account number. And how do you copy it? Just by clicking the box in front of it. It's copied. It's as simple as that. And you want to pay via USDT, is it a TROC20? Click in the box in front of it. Is it BEP20? Click the box in front of it. Is it BTC? Click the box in front of it, okay? So the wallet address will be copied. Now, why this USD outflow is what the company used to pay advert bonus, okay? If you place your withdrawal, maybe registering someone and the person, and you want to withdraw your $70 profit, just multiply 1,524, or whatever you're seeing in the USD outflow, whatever it gives to you, that's what you will get for the day your payment will be made, okay? Now, that is that. I've already explained this one, and I won't be talking about this. There will be an update on this today, okay? So, but this still stands, shareholders privilege. Okay, this percentage has changed. As at last month, which is August, the percentage was 25% to 35% ROI in 3 months, okay? So like I said, an update will be coming for this later on today. So we'll just keep it, and then you can see. We say learn more about our loan program by just watching this video. And also this is our video addressing us from our site, all right, from the land purchased. And also these videos will help you understand more about SWIFTtrip. Okay, so this other slide is an invite to our Telegram meeting. We are always live here, 10 a.m., 8 p.m. every day, Monday to Saturday. Then on Sunday, we just appear once, okay? So what's the point of joining a business and you don't want to know the update? You don't want to know how the business is moving forward. You just register and then relaxed. You're not doing anything to push this business forward. You're not doing anything to work to the actualization of what the company wants. There's no point. Okay, so this meeting or this slide is telling you that we are always live here, 10 a.m. and 8 p.m. every day. 3 times a week is not bad. For those of us that missed out on yesterday's presentation, in as much as network is not friendly, you really missed out. You really missed out. And that's what you get when you're not active. When you're not consistent. Maybe you've been joining, but that consistency is lagging. That's the power of what? Consistency. When something powerful is going to happen, that is when you will just, that's if you're not consistent, that's when that person will not just be active. So let's just try our best to always, we understand the network, but let's just try our best to always join the meeting, 10 a.m. or 8 p.m. Like I said, 3 times a week is not bad. 3 times a week is not bad. Just come, understand what is happening, understand where we are going to, and then you're good to go. Also invite your people. Like we say, you don't necessarily need to tell them everything. You don't necessarily need to speak the big English, the little English, or the convincing, or the presentation. No. Bring them here. We have able ambassadors that can speak on your behalf. That is why we are here, to speak on your behalf, working towards the same goal, to achieve what? The milestone. So you rub my back, I rub your back. We are all what? Working towards the same goal. Thank you very much, and I say a very big thank you, especially for those of us that have stayed from the very beginning till the end of this meeting. I really appreciate you. And let me close this. It's time for question. It's time for question. And while we are waiting for question, let me quickly introduce the hub admin of SWIFTtrip in the house. And for those of you that want to ask question, please, how you do that is just by clicking the middle button on the screen. Once you click the middle button on the screen, that unmute button, you'll be able to ask your question. You'll be able to raise your hands. Then your hands will be seen, and then your mic will be unmuted. Okay, so if you have a question or a contribution, do well to raise your hands, and the privilege will be given to you to speak. All right, first and foremost, one of the ambassadors and representative of SWIFTtrip, we have in person of our Daddy Jerry Odu, the hub admin of SWIFTtrip, in the first hub admin of SWIFTtrip in Port Harcourt. Thank you very much, Daddy, for all you do for us. We love you and we appreciate all effort you're putting into SWIFTtrip. And to all of us that are here in the house that are residing in Rivers State, please, you need registration. You want to do your registration, you can forward your receipt to Ambassador Jerry. You want to know more about SWIFTtrip, forward your message to Ambassador Jerry, and we guide you on everything you want to know about SWIFTtrip. Thank you very much, sir, for all you do for SWIFTtrip. And we also have our ambassador, the first hub admin of SWIFTtrip in Abakaliki, in person of Ambassador Chukwuemeka, aka the Formidable. Thank you very much, sir, for all you do for SWIFTtrip. You can see him on that suit looking sumptuous, looking sweet. Thank you very much, sir. We appreciate you. And more grace to your elbow. Thank you for all you do for SWIFTtrip. For every one of us that are in Abakaliki, please do well to connect with Ambassador Chukwuemeka, and it will guide you on all you need to do. You have registration to make. Connect with him there in Abakaliki, and it will guide you. And also, they have their meetings as well. They will put you through on all of those that you need to know. Then secondly, and the next on the list, we have Ambassador Apostle Bonnie Bush, the hub admin of SWIFTtrip in the second hub admin of SWIFTtrip in Rivers State. Thank you very much, sir, for all you do for SWIFTtrip. We appreciate you, sir, and we say thank you for all you do for us. Thank you very much, sir. And if you're in Rivers State here as well, you want to do your registration, you can always reach out as well to Apostle Bonnie Bush. You have your questions to ask, please reach out to Apostle Bonnie Bush as well, and he will put you right on everything you need to know about SWIFTtrip. Then we also have Ambassador Dr. Tamke, the hub admin of SWIFTtrip in Edo State. Thank you very much, sir, for all you do for SWIFTtrip. We appreciate you. We thank you for your doggedness. We thank you for your consistency as well. We appreciate you. And for everyone here in Edo State, please do well to connect with Ambassador Dr. Tamke. If you have questions and maybe you reside in Edo State, you want to do your registration, I have someone that resides in Edo State, I want to do user registration, you can always connect them to Ambassador Dr. Tamke. Thank you very much, sir, for all you do for us. We also have Ambassador Shedrack Yakubu, the hub admin of SWIFTtrip in Abuja. Thank you very much, sir, for all you do for SWIFTtrip. We appreciate you. We thank you for all you do for us. And as usual, if you're in Abuja, you have prospects in Abuja, they want to do their registration, they want to know more about SWIFTtrip, they can always connect with Ambassador Dr. Shedrack Yakubu, and he will put them aright in everything they need to know about SWIFTtrip. We appreciate you once more, sir, for all you do for us. And who else do we have here? Ambassadress Chino Yere. Thank you very much, ma'am, for all you do for SWIFTtrip. We appreciate you. She is our representative over there in Germany. Thank you very much for choosing to represent SWIFTtrip in Germany. We appreciate you very much, ma'am. I will thank you for all you do for us, ma'am. We really appreciate you. If you're in Germany, you have prospects in Germany, do well to connect them with Madam Chino Yere, and she will do justice to orienting them on what SWIFTtrip entails and whatever they would want to know about SWIFTtrip. Okay, so that is Madam Chino Yere. Who else do we have here in the house? That he is a hub admin. Hope I'm not missing out on anyone. All right, so these are the hub admins we have in the house. I will say thank you for all you do for SWIFTtrip. Thank you very much. We really appreciate. All right, so it's time for questions. Like we said, you have questions, please do well to raise your hands, and your mic will be unmuted. Question. And if you're worshiping, if you're connecting with us for the very first time, we will appreciate you. We will also recognize you. And I don't know. Okay, Mr. Solomon, you're a shareholder.